BetOnline is your number one source for the NBA Finals and Stanley Cup Finals this season. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BLEE for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online. The game starts here.
Tiger fans, welcome to another episode of Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. I am the Corey C. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. You don't want to miss a single upcoming episode. Trust me, we got some stuff in the works. So lock in. You can find us everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, the Apple Podcast app, wherever you get your podcast. So be sure to follow the show and tell every Tiger that you know. And remember, when you support Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club, it all helps the cause, which is I love Jackson State University. All right, man, back with another student athlete interview. Local product. He's from the Jack, so he'll be playing in front of friends and family, and he can't wait. None other than Kazarius Bowie. Welcome to Tiger Talk.
That's a bit. Thank you so much for having me on, man. What's up, Tiger family?
Man, we've been waiting, man. Been waiting for you to come on the show, man. What took you so long?
You've been waiting. I've been waiting. You had all my great teammates on here. I was watching them, and I told them, I was like, man, y'all look good on there, but I look good on there too. So, I'm just happy it's my turn,
No doubt, man. We happy to be able to make this happen, man. So congratulations, man. Jackson State Tiger, hometown kid. What is it like, man? I know you haven't played a game yet, but just to be in that uniform for your hometown school, man, what has life been like since you committed and signed?
Man, it's insane. If you ever go to our practices, our workouts, anything, TC, Coach O, all our coaches are always talking about swag hours, got to get you some swag hours. It's like I'm patiently waiting on it, but I can't wait for August 29th to get here. But, even before, receiving an offer, just a scholarship to play at Jackson State, I was plotting on it. Like, okay. You can ask anybody around me, my coaches, my teammates, my girlfriend, anybody in my family. I was just like, man, if Jackson State offer me, it's up.
Wow.
We be like, if Jackson State offer me, it's over with. I'm gonna be at home. I'm gonna be able to put that jersey on. I'm gonna be able to play in the vet. Like I done said it before, and I tell my teammates, like, it's certain memories in the vet that you just, as a child, you know what I'm saying? It's like, for the longest, I thought the vet was the biggest stadium in the world,
Wow.
Real deal, real spiel from just, going to games and then just the battle of the bands. I remember just being so excited when they used to give out free tickets to everybody at school. Everybody knew where they was going to be at. Everybody. It was insane. And just sitting, watching the J sets and everybody, scroll through as a kid, sitting down was wild. And to be able to experience that full force, even my teammates will tell you in the spring game, I was blown away.
Couldn't hear by what?
The sonic boom is just a different type of thing when they actually, when you're actually on the field and it's directed towards, sitting beside it, I always say, don't sit beside the boom. You're gonna go home deaf. They loud. But on the field, man, I'm looking at Coach Quinn, and I can't hear nothing he's saying. I know everything he said, but I can't hear nothing. Blown away. To experience that, especially with our home crowd, man, it'd be amazing.
Wow, man. You got me pumped up over here.
It's a real juice. It's a real juice for anybody coming to play in the vet. It's real juice. And then just to be able to, Coach James will tell you, when you can look up in them stands and you see mama right there. And I know my mama can be at every game. She ain't got to, drive too far, anything, drive super duper long. It's a real thing. Something that only Jackson State could ever do for me.
That's awesome, man. That's so awesome. And speaking of moms, does she go to Jackson State? Did dad go to Jackson State?
Pops, he about to go in the fall again. And then my mama, she went to Jackson State. She always make the joke. She went, but she didn't finish. But she still went.
Gotcha. So you've been experiencing this your whole life, obviously, just being from Jackson. So you grew up around not far from the school, and I went to a lot of games, Battle of the Band, stuff like that.
Most definitely. Like anybody in the city know that when Jackson State is playing, it don't matter who we playing, the whole city shut down. Ain't nobody gonna be at work and you can't go downtown. traffic tow up. It'd be like that because it's that serious.
Right. That's what's up. So talk about growing up, man. Football. How did you develop your love of the game? When did you start playing stuff like that?
So it's really wild. I originally started playing football. I was forced to. So my mom, she had and we all in the same area. Like I'm staying in the house that I stay in right now. Is like down the street from where I used to live when I was younger. So I've always been in this South Jackson area. So it was like started off playing for the South Jackson 49ers, practicing up there at Wingfield. And I remember I used to hate it. Like, man, I used to hate it. I was super duper small. All the other kids got PT. I didn't get no PT. I used to sit on the sidelines and just tell stories and stuff like that. I was just, bored with the game. But my brother was playing, you know what I'm saying? My mom's boyfriend at the time had 2 sons who were playing. So, we had to be outside. And so it wasn't until my second go around coming back to football, once I got to middle school, that I had a growth spurt. I was bigger than a lot of other kids. And they was like, man, you got a knack for playing D-line. I remember playing for the Mississippi Bulldogs, practicing right down the street at Battlefield Park, going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then just elevating my game from there, creating a travel team. We would call it the Capital City All-Stars then, traveling down to New Iberia, Louisiana, and just competing. Okay. And it's just like, that's really the part that I fell in love with more than anything, competing. And that's something my teammates can attest to. I'm gonna go hard every day with everything that we do, whether it's in the weight room, on the field. I'm trying to compete and I want to win.
You said you were small. I'm finding that hard to believe. At what point in your life were you small? I mean, did you have a growth spurt or something? You're a big man. Come on now.
I kind of did. It was like one of those things. I really have to thank God for it, in a sense. But like I was in elementary school, and unfortunately my grandma had passed away. So at that time it was like 2014, and I started staying in the house, stopped going outside. So I gained some weight. And so then once I gained some weight, it's like I was growing too. So then I went out there to play for the Mississippi Bulldogs, and I met Coach Mike, and I was the same height as him, as like a 6th grader. And he was like, oh yeah, you have to play for us. You have to. My mama, she forced me to go out there because at that time I was like a shut-in type kid. So, you know what I'm saying? It was really a blessing. Guys, real deal, real spiel. Crystal Buckner don't play.
I mean, she forced you to play the game. It seems like you've fallen in love with it, and then it affords you an opportunity to go to college and not have to pay for it. So from there, you go on the JUCO. So talk about your time down. Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, mom knows best. But talk about that JUCO life down there in Mississippi Gulf Coast. We talk about SWAC hours, but tell us about them JUCO hours. I heard that's hard knocks life. So talk about it.
The JUCO was it was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was hard. It was my coach, Coach Ryan Rip Lindsay. He told me before I went down to Gulf Coast, because I had like a couple offers around the state as far as like community colleges go. And he was just like, a lot of guys can't go down there and ball because of how competitive it is, and then the standard that's been set there. And he was like, but you, because of your competitive nature and then the program that you've been in and how hard you work, you can go down there and do something. And, from a young age, I was always thinking, I don't want to go anywhere where I believe it's going to be easy for me. People say all types of stuff. And I had coaches even during my recruitment out of JUCO that were saying, oh, the SWAC ain't got this. Don't nobody take the SWAC serious, blase, blase. I'm not worried about none of that. I've seen the athletes that come out of the SWAC. I've seen the athletes in the SWAC. I want to compete against those guys because I know those guys are great competitors. And that's why, like, even Jeremiah Williams, he'll tell you every day, him, Size Martin, True Thompson, they'll tell you we compete every day. Real deal, because we got some ballers. And I'm glad that I saw that, But yeah, JUCO was just, it was tough, and it taught me a lot of things. And I'm glad that JUCO worked out for me.
I know just in the Mississippi JUCO system in general, some of the top programs in the country. So talk about that slate of games, man, that schedule. I know every week, every Thursday, you guys are going up against some top opponents.
Most definitely. It's just like, especially at Mississippi Gulf Coast, we were always looking at the rankings. We're playing guys from down the road, but we're looking, inside the state and down the road. But, we're always looking at the national ranking because we know we're trying to win a natty. There's not one year where we're not trying to go for a national championship. And I feel like that really converted well over to Jackson State because it is the Jackson State University. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's respected. It's something that's upheld. It is really something that has a great history and a great future in front of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a place where you go when people expect you to lose. You know what I'm saying? It's really something where it's like, okay, we're looking at this from the big picture always.
Yeah. So you talked about, always talking about if I get that Jackson State offer, when I get that Jackson State offer. So at some point it actually came true. You got that offer. So take us through the moment. Like, was it a phone call, a text message? How did you find out? What was the reaction, and what was that like for you?
So that was really it was really different. I was so really in JUCO, and many JUCO athletes can attest to this, but you're constantly looking at Twitter, you're constantly looking at your phone because that's the way you communicate with coaches. And so I remember Coach Jonathan Bradley, he hit me up on Twitter. I had been following him, he had followed me, and he was like, yeah, come to the Alcorn game. I'm just like, Coach, it's the Alcorn game. I'm gonna be there regardless. I'm not, you feel me?
Okay, you gonna be there anyway.
Most definitely. It's like it's almost like a holiday, really righteously. It's almost like, it's something is going on in Jackson when we play Alcorn. That's just a fact. You feel me? In my mind, it's like the biggest rivalry, real deal, real spill for the school. So, we moved forward from there, and it was just like it was that day was just so wild because I left the house kind of everybody has their game, like what they do on game day. For a Jackson State game, I usually always come off the interstate, by the hospital and park over there by Murrah. Because that's like the shortest walk that you might get if you're not there super duper early. Yeah. And so, we go forward from there. I try to get that park, but no, it was horrible. Like I tried to
not that day. Yeah, oh yeah.
I had to go through downtown, and I ended up getting there late. And so, they hopped on the field then. So, I wasn't able to talk to coaches after the game. And then, we know how the outcome of that game happened. And then Coach Bradley called me the next day. I was headed to church, and he was like, yeah, I just wanted to call you and say, that we're offering you here to be at Jackson State. And I was like, man, Coach, that's insane, because like a lot of stuff goes into this. There's a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes for real. I was working at Jackson State actually in the summers, like while I was off from JUCO. Oh yeah, working on with Janet King, waxing floors and such. Working at the school, and then I'd even be sneaking on the practice field. And I told Coach TC this. He told me I shouldn't be telling nobody. I really wanted it that bad. Working out with Ties, working out with Dee, working out with guys, before I was even there, not knowing that that's where I would end up, that genuinely was just, it came full circle in a sense. And he really, and calling me before church, that was just a thing to me too. I really like that.
Who was with you? Who was in the car with you when you got that call?
Oh, it was just me actually. That's the crazy thing. It was just like, it was by myself. I was going to pick up my girlfriend, and because we go to church together out north and everything, but man, that was a huge thing. I remember like after every offer I got, I always made sure to pray and everything, praise to God. But like that one was just, it seemed a little bit more special than others for real. You can kind of see it on my Twitter when I posted it. Blessed to receive an offer from the Jackson State University, because you got to put that emphasis on there.
Yeah. Wow. So how did your parents, your family, but specifically your parents react? And then even your friends and family, because again, they get to come to you play every Saturday, at least on the home game.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's like I said, I had been plotting on it. So they already knew in a sense, like what was going to be happening going forward. I was just like, man, if I get this offer, I'm staying home. I'm keeping these trainers. I'm gonna be working hard every single day. I'm gonna just do everything that I know I'm supposed to do and utilize all the resources that I'm supposed to be using. Like Jackson State just comes with so many, advantages that no other school could give me. And so it just made sense.
So talk about your visit. I know you grew up, like we said, around the campus and went to all the games and stuff like that, and it probably didn't even take a visit for you to commit. It sounds like that's where you wanted to go anyway. But talk about the visit anyway, what you saw in the visit, what stood out and what you liked about it.
It's funny because, I've been to so many places around, because I live here, but it's different when when you in the Sprinter van, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to get in that van. Coach TC, can I just roll with y'all one time? I see y'all, I'm at some of the same places. Then y'all roll off in that van, man. I want to be on the inside, but go ahead.
Most definitely. That was really, really nice. And then just to be able to say, other guys are like, man, this place is good. Blase. It's like, oh yeah, this is the spot right here. You got to remember it when you commit, because I'm already committed. You know what I'm saying? I'm for sure locked in. So it was just like from there, just to see the other side of, how professional it can be from a D1 college perspective, rather than just being like a regular day, and how they can up the level of it. You know what I'm saying? That was wild.
Yeah. So you mentioned 4 coaches so far, of course, TC, but you mentioned Coach Bradley. I've heard you mention Coach James. I heard you mention Coach Quinn. So let's talk about those 3 guys. Obviously, we'll talk about TC, but starting with Coach Bradley, because he was the defensive coordinator and the D-line coach when you visited and when you committed. Then obviously Coach Quinn was on the staff, but he was elevated to DC. And then here comes Coach James with all that energy, man.
Oh yeah, that man brings the juice every day. Every day. It's really, you can tell when somebody's really just, led or imbued by God. And I really just believe, when he says D-line ministry, that's not
Mm-hmm.
front or anything like that. He brings that every single day. We start every meeting with a prayer. We're going to end every practice with a prayer. And it's just like everything's connected, genuinely.
Mm-hmm. And then Coach Quinn as well, moving into that DC role. How's the relationship evolved since you've gotten there and he took on that role?
Oh, me and Coach Quinn talked like a couple of times. It's just like he's a guy that you can talk to him about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely. His door is always open. He means that, and he is going to be upfront and very truthful and genuine with you. So a lot of my talks with him have been short because I've like, Coach, I got a problem. He'll be like, here's the solution. What I'm saying?
That's
And
like
then
that.
on the football field, he is really he knows football. He's really increased my football knowledge in ways that I didn't know. Playing the game, it's more like I've heard names of plays and formations and stuff like that. But sometimes you get into the format of just see ball, hit ball, and there have been coaches who've preached that and it's worked. You know what I'm saying? But he breaks it down on really like a molecular level, really, to just increase how we play as a football team.
Wow. All right. So of course you accept the offer, you get enrolled. Fortunately, there for the spring. So talk about that spring. Talk about everything you've experienced so far since you've been on campus.
Extremely. I was extremely excited to get on campus. We had a little hiccup in the beginning, with the water and everything, but I'm from here, used to it. It just be what it be. I was at home chilling, just ready to get there. You know what I'm saying? So once finally getting on campus, just seeing campus life and just seeing it from a different perspective, actually with all the students there was really amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like being back in a majority Black classroom. You know what I'm saying? The first lesson, I promise you, the first lesson that I learned at Jackson State day one was that I was not ambitious enough.
Wow. Okay.
Seeing a lot of other, young people my age who were getting internships and being actually set up in the college they were in and just having their own businesses. Because, I am a finance major and being in the college, a lot of people who are just young entrepreneurs. And it pushed me more, even on the football field, seeing Didi, seeing Jeremiah Williams and seeing guys like Kazarius and, just seeing great athletes. It's just like, okay, I know I'm on my way there. And, you either growing or dying, and I choose to grow every day.
And that's awesome that you noticed that and point that out. I mean, self-evaluation, that's a lot of times that's tough when, for people to do, but then at a young age for you to see that and to make that a priority. So you mentioned your major. What is it that you want to do with your outside of football? Obviously the goal, I'm sure, is to get to the NFL, but even if you do make it to the NFL, that's only for so many years. So where do you see yourself? What would you like to do with your life?
I genuinely want to be a financial advisor. Growing up, I've seen, especially in the city of Jackson, I've seen so many people who have had money. I've seen so many people that have flaunted their lifestyle, that said they've had money, but most of the time those people go broke, or it's like, why are you a person who has this quote unquote amount of money that you say you have, but you thugging in the hood like me? You know what I'm saying? Like you're just, slumming it like me. So it's just like, taking finance classes and, being with Mr. Day really just taught me, a person only has money if they can show it in their financial statements. And so I believe that I could really help our community with a lot of people to really just leverage their money in a better way to help certain parts of the city, get out of poverty, because there are a lot of good parts and very rich parts of Jackson that, a lot of people don't, it's not broadcasted a lot.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
not.
To be able to close that wealth gap and just showcase the rich part of Jackson, plus the people that are really coming up, coming out of poverty, coming to middle class, will be really, really great.
Dope, man. That's dope. So, I talked about that self-evaluation on your part, but let's talk about it on the football field. Let's start with the strengths. What do you hang your hat on? So NFL draft day, you get drafted, they usually have the strengths and weaknesses up there. So based on where you are today, what are they going to say are your strengths and what will be that weakness that hopefully you will have corrected by then? But as of right now, what's that thing you need to work on?
I say my biggest strength is my strength. I'm betting the house on my legs. I'm genuinely everything on my legs, my back, my arms. I'm going to be explosive at all times. And I'm going to know what the offense is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Looking at formations, looking at personnel, really understanding the game of football in a lot of senses. One of my weaknesses, I would say, is just a motor. You know what I'm saying? Just moving, just keeping up the intensity. But I can say one thing: I always finish better than I started. Genuinely, you're not going to play the same number 95 in the fourth quarter that you played in the first quarter. So I'm really excited about that. And just, I'm glad that I can fix that.
Yeah. No, it's great that you're willing to point that out and accept that and just take it on and want to work on it. Because again, that's one of the hardest things to evaluate yourself and, self-critique. So that's awesome. But when you talk about that strength being your strength, I think all the fans know that. We saw it on social media, man. So talk about I see the hair, man. I see the hair. Talk about this James Brown thing, man. I mean, I just let you take the floor, man.
Man, I just want to start off saying shout out to Coach Beef and then just, Austin, our media man, and our great media team. It was like at first they sit in the group chat and everybody was like, "Oh, boo, they getting on you, they getting on you." I'm just like, man, I can't help it. And it's really funny because this is the first time I've taken my hair down. The whole spring, braids. My girlfriend does my hair. I'm always getting my hair done. And I was just like, man, I'm just gonna let it breathe. I'm gonna let it breathe a little bit over the summer. So this is their first time seeing me. And it was like Saturday. They were like, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy?" I was like, "Bowie, you got a perm? Bowie, you got a Jerry curl?" I was like, "No, man, I ain't got no Jerry curl." They saying all types of stuff. It was hilarious. And then, I told them and I said in the comments, like, man, you got to at least show the weight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't over here like, if I walk you through the scenario, it's just gonna be like I had 455 on my back, and we going 5, 6, or 5. So 455 is not really a heavy weight for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then, me and Jeremiah Williams, we going crazy in the weight room. Get prepared to win some games. And so, I'm squatting, and then, when you squat and you're really explosive, it jumps off your back. So then it jumped, it came back down. And, that's when he took the picture. Now, I would argue that was my Bruce Leroy glow,
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah. You should know about that. That's 1985.
Oh, yeah.
So did you know he was gonna post that with the James Brown picture? Did they say that in the group chat?
Oh yeah,
did you see it like everybody else saw?
I saw it in the group chat, and I was like, he's like, "I'm gonna post it." I was like, "Go ahead."
Oh, so he did tell you?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Man, that was hilarious, man. Good stuff, man. It seems like y'all are getting it done in the weight room, man. Talk about Coach Beef and that strength and conditioning program.
Oh, one thing I love about Coach Beef, and I kind of had the same thing going on in JUCO as a coach that, I thought after you prove to them that you have great technique and good strength, you know what I'm saying, that you are an extremely safe lifter, they let you go crazy. And by go crazy, I mean, I'll at the beginning of the workout, I'll see what we have to do. And I'll say, okay, we're going to finish off with 500. We're going to finish off with 550. We're going to finish off, trying to get up to 600 and then further. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to push boundaries like that and then move that type of weight fast in order to get stronger and faster and more explosive. And the more explosive you are, man, we're going to be tearing some people up. And I promise you that. But the work got to happen first.
Take us inside that weight room. You're using some terminology there. So talk to the casual fans when you say a safe lift, because fans just see you lifting weights and they say, okay, well, you're lifting weights. So what do you mean a safe lifter?
So, me personally, I'm a heavy squatter. And so with being a heavy squatter, a lot of older people, they might have bad backs. My pops being one of having a bad back, not being able to do a lot of things that he used to be able to do. You have to find a weight that's good for you. You know what I'm saying? And then like nothing we do in football or in sports period is going to be slow. You know what I'm saying? We're not power lifters. I don't have 30 minutes to go squat one time. You know what I'm saying? So I have to really be able to move weight fast with good technique, head up, chest up, tight back, tight core, tight traps. You know what I'm saying? Just moving fast. And so like that's how we lift, and that's how we're going to play.
You keep talking about this defense. It's like you're dying to tell us. You're dying to brag on it. So let's hear it, man. What can we expect from this defense? Because we used to, it's called in the past, it's been called the dark side defense. Last year we took a slight step back, but we're looking to get right back to where we've been in years past. So what can we expect from this defense?
I kind of want to take a pick, take a page out my D-line coach James' book. And, he just always be like, I play D-line. I can tell we're gonna stop the run. I can promise you that. And I'm betting the house on our secondary. I trust them because I know we're gonna get to the quarterback and they're gonna cover genuinely. And our linebackers, they're gonna fire off downhill. Like, man, I love them boys. I can't wait to see us actually play against somebody else besides ourselves. It's just like, in JUCO, they used to always say, it's like you got to hold somebody back. You got to hold them back. You got to hold them back until, now we say Thursdays, but now, Saturdays, Saturday playing on Saturdays is, or even when we play again
on Thursday night.
Thursday.
Game one.
I mean, August 29th, man.
Yeah.
Ooh,
ESPN Plus.
I can't wait.
Not far from the crib, so you probably have some family members traveling over to that one too.
Oh, what? The whole family pulling up in the van.
Okay.
Real. Oh yeah.
Hey, so you say you love these guys. So this Tiger Talk, we're gonna put you on the spot. I know you love them all, but I want to hear some names, and I know you can't name everybody. So we're gonna apologize to the teammates who are watching now. When he doesn't say your name, I'm only gonna let him pick one. It's me saying you got to pick one name. So he love all y'all, but we just gonna get down to it. So
I gotta pick one name. It's insane.
No, yeah. So we plugging up that middle, man. It's 4th and 1, man. We need a stop. We got you in that middle, and you got to pick one guy to come get that stop with.
Oh, bet if we in the middle, it's no discussion. Jeremiah wins. Me and Jeremiah wins. 99. I mean, yeah,
that's it.
Can't even say 99 no more. But that me and that boy gonna be in the middle, man. Tearing it up. Genuine.
Wait a minute. What you mean you can't say 99 no more?
I can't speak on that. You might.
Okay. So breaking news. He almost broke some news. Okay. He almost broke some news. I wanted to see if I could get you in trouble, but you smart, man. You own it. You got me. You got me. You got me. It's all good. Okay. So we need a sack, man. It's 3rd down and it's 3rd and long. You need that stop, and you need somebody coming off that edge who can you count on to get that sack. That game clinching sack.
Picking one is insane.
I know this Tiger Talk. That's how we do it.
Insane.
This is how we do it.
Picking one guy. I'm gonna go with number.
Who you betting on? Not that you're picking someone, but you had to bet on somebody. You put my money. This guy's getting the sack.
Anthony Smith.
Wow.
Anthony gonna hit him. And
he's
gonna get up after he sacked the quarterback with no celebration at all.
Okay.
That guy right there.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. No doubt.
Man, hilarious.
Okay, so that rare occasion where that running back gets past that first line of defense, and we need a linebacker to step up and make the tackle. Who's that linebacker where you don't even have to turn around? You know, oh, he got me. He got my back.
Reed gonna come down to smack some. Him, I like Ashton. Man, sometimes it's like the play don't even develop for real. Matter of fact, JJ.
Okay.
JJ.
Yeah.
JJ.
Wait a minute. Hold up. That's 3 names. Hold up. Time out. You cheating.
No. I'm picking JJ. Okay. It's been times like they all have done it, but man, the most I think, you know what I'm saying, doing it back to back it had to be JJ. Might hit the running back before you even know the running back right there.
Yeah, that's speed, man. He's getting there.
That's real speed. That boy, he fast.
Okay. All right. So let's see. I need somebody in the second. Give me somebody in the secondary where you're saying, you know what? I hope they throw it to his side because you know that's a pick.
Man,
Tiger Talk. So you agree to come on here?
It's so many people that I can pick. Put me on the spot like this is insane.
Let me too then.
Okay,
the secondary. One on each side.
I'm going 5 and 6. K5 in the Sayers. Real deal.
You can't say K5 anymore. see, I be knowing too now. See. Nah. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Most definitely.
Okay, it's no more K5, but he's still with us. Don't get me wrong. Now he didn't hit the portal. And wait a minute,
ain't nobody left for real.
Yeah, nobody left. Okay, all right. So I know you're confident. I know you can break through against any lineman and get that tackle, get that sack, but. Who's that guy where I definitely I'm not gonna say you're afraid or don't want to go up against, but the one where you know when you lined up against him, you got to bring it. You're like, okay, I'm lined up against this man.
But my favorite O lineman is Kirk because that man there is hilarious. But he's a hard worker. You know, he's a guy. You know, it's weird, and I feel like we don't have this problem with our offensive linemen, but a lot of offensive linemen aren't confident. You know what I'm saying? They really are more. They don't think they're going to win. They think they're going to lose slowly, you know? And, you know, as a defensive lineman, you're always taught to dominate. You're not taught anything else. So Kirk is a guy who really just has a mindset of like, I'm going to go against you and I know I'm going to win. You feel me? And that's why battles with him are just like, okay, that's a bit. I got a joker on my hands that I'm really finna fight with. And that makes me happy because, you know, when you have an offensive lineman like that and just we have a great offensive line, don't even get me started. You know what I'm saying? With Evan, Isaiah, you know what I'm saying? You got
there's a lot of
guys that they also are really confident. But man, Kirk stands out to a certain extent.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I know we're just having fun saying pick one guy. I know you can really pick a bunch of guys. So you know, like
we got some guys.
Last one, give me that weight room warrior because I know you're a weight room guy. So that guy who you know he's bringing it. He's gonna be in there when you leave,
Tymon
when you get there.
Tymon Wells. Me and him came in together. Both came out of JUCO. You know, he came from Kahoma. And I came from Mississippi Gulf Coast. And like, we just throw crazy numbers at each other. We're both safe lifters. We're both heavy lifters. We're gonna go in there and say, man, today we're gonna do this. Like, man, one of our last workouts before we got out for summer, we had to do 11 sets of 10 on squat. So we did 110 squats in all. And so I was like, as soon as he said it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna finish off with like 405. And that's crazy because you know you gotta think about it. There are some guys who aren't going that's heavy, you know what I'm saying? Your legs are dead, you've already done 90 squats before that. And Tymon was like, bet. I don't have to ask no questions. He don't ask no questions. It's always bet, we about to do it, no matter what it is. And you'll see it's like we lift heavy on every lift perfectly safely, you know what I'm saying? Because we know that we want to be stronger. We're hungry.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tymon. We had him on the show. Actually, when he signed, we did his signing live here on Tiger Talk. So, man, good old country boy, man. So he got that good Mississippi country streak.
He's from the Delta for real.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, what's your height and weight? Where you at now? And what's the ideal playing weight also?
6'1", 290, and I want to be in like I'll probably finish at like 295, 300.
Okay.
You know, I'm moving fairly good, but you just always improving. I'm fairly strong. Always improvement, you know what I'm saying? Always out with the fat end with the muscle and keep on moving towards that goal. A guy who's really good, like really great at that is True Thompson. Like you see True, that man is cut up. I'm talking about you don't even want to bump into his shoulders. Like it's like running into your grandma brick wall. Real spill.
Yeah, man. I know. Well, I'm assuming you just met True when you got here, but if you go back and look, I don't know if you've already seen it, but go back and look at pictures of him from a couple years ago, just how his body has transformed.
Oh yeah,
man.
Trust me, he'll tell you about it. He'll tell you about it, and you can see it like the extent that he goes to. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiring, genuine.
Absolutely. All right, man. Look, man, we happy to have you. I know this is gonna get the fans really pumped up and ready to see you play. Obviously, we're bringing the whole Jack to the vet. Already bringing the Jack to the vet, but now even at higher numbers. But how long do we have you for, man? How many years? What's that eligibility?
Oh, I have 2 years eligibility. Okay. I might be petitioning for a third one. You know, I've never redshirted, but we're gonna see. As long as Jackson State will have me, as long as I will be here, and even after that, because I promise you, it's more than just ball. Genuine.
Yeah, this is a lifetime thing, man. We say I love. It's not just, you know, you go to school here, man. We come back, right? Homecoming, and it's a way of life. It's not just 4 years of college. It's a family. You gain family for the rest of your life. And you'll see that if you're not already. I mean, you've experienced it just growing up in Jackson already, so you know how we rock, how Jackson State fan base gets down and alumni and things like that. So absolutely, man. 2 years, and if you can get another one, we'll be happy to have you. Message to the fans, bro. I know they've been showing you love on social media. So talk about that, like when you committed and things like that, the love that they show you even around town. And then what do you want to say to them now that you have this platform?
Man, Tiger family, I love the support that y'all have already been giving me, and I can't wait to see as much more as y'all can give me. Y'all got me for the long run, and I'm just so excited to be here, man. It just really means the world to me to be at home and be able to show out in front of y'all. It's a lot of things coming. I promise. It's like I said, it's more than just football. I really plan on, you know what I'm saying, investing in our city in a lot of ways. I just can't wait to see y'all, you know, really participate in the things that I have planned.
All right, awesome, man. What's that social media and what's the 95 South? Tell us about that. What's that?
Oh yeah. So actually, Juice gave me the name because you know we both had the same number, and he was just like you know not from 95 to 95 South. So shout out to him and thank him so much. You know what I'm saying, for giving me the name. And that's just really where it came from. You know, they got 85 South show, and you know now we got 95 South. Oh yeah.
All right, Big Reynolds. All right, and then what's that social media?
Oh yeah, my Instagram is just I'm sorry, I gotta check it just to make sure.
You changed it?
I did. It was originally WPG because, like I said, I played travel ball. You know, I'm a Mississippi Wolfpack alumnus. You know, that's a big part of the reason why I play football, the way I play football.
I got you.
Play with such intensity. So, you know, it's just Bowie.601.
Okay. And then what about X, Twitter?
My Twitter actually is still WPG Bowie.
All right. Hey, man, good stuff, man. We got to have you back on the show, man. Love the energy. I know the fans going to fall in love with this one, fall in love with you. So, man, I know you're getting to work, but anytime you want to jump on, let me know, man. We be happy to have you come back on, man.
Oh, yeah, that's a bet. Anytime you got to open it, anything, just let me know. I promise I'll be here.
All right, man. Put in that work this summer. Let's go get it done, man. We got some rings to go get.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
All right, bro. Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club is presented by Bet Online.